Hey, it's Mrs. Cannikins back with more Google AI Blitz, and this time we are going to look at using the Gems feature in Google Gemini. So we're going to pop over to Gemini. All right, now to find gems, you go to the very top left and you click on the little hamburger menu there, and then you'll see Explore Gems. It looks like a diamond to help you out. And when you get there, you'll see a bunch of pre-made gems. And so we can click on Show More. You can see there's all sorts of pre-made gems that you can just click and use or copy and edit and make them your own. We're going to come back and look at one of my favorites, which is called the Storybook Gem, in another video. So you've got the pre-made gems, and then below that you have gems that you have made. And then at the bottom, there will be some shared with me gems if you have used them from me or somebody else. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the steps for creating a gem really quickly, and then I'll give you a gem to use that will be helpful for our 5 in 5 out if you are doing that. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a title. I'm going to call this Retrieval Practice Helper. And then you'll write a description. And the description is going to be helpful, especially if you're sharing the gem, they know what it's for. And then what you'll do is you will paste some instructions. Now, you've learned how to create a good prompt. We're basically doing something very similar here. I've put in a prompt that I've already written. It's you're an expert teacher, that's your role. What do you want? We talked about using 5 in 5 out. Now, the other thing that we can do is we can add our own knowledge. So at the bottom here, you can see that we can add some knowledge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my Google Drive or upload some retrieval practice documents that I want to have guiding this gem. So this might be a curriculum that you add. This might be a school handbook. This could be any kind of office document or curriculum document that would be helpful for this gem to be drawing from all the time. I've added some knowledge files. One thing I like to do, because Gemini knows what a gem needs to look like, I'm going to click on this little pencil here, and I'm going to ask Gemini to rewrite my prompt. Here it comes. All right, so now when we look at this, you can see that it's given a little bit more structure. It's put it in bullet points and sections. That helps the gem know what it needs to do. So we've got behaviors, rules, selection. So these are all the steps it's going to do. Now, it's super important. You'll notice up in the top right-hand corner that it says Save, Gem Not Saved, and Preview Window. So I'm going to just get my gem started by saying hi. That's a good way to start a gem because you kind of need something to wake it up. And I'm going to walk through it. I'm going to expect that it's going to ask me to give it a curriculum item when it starts. All right, so it says, I'm your retrieval practice helper. We're going to focus on your 5 in 5 out. It's the big 4. It says to get started, paste or copy one of your core curriculum objectives or your 5 in. So I'm going to come over to my document and I'm going to copy this from a grade 9 ELA document, come back to my gem. I'm just going to paste that in there, hit enter. Now what it's going to do, it's going to give me some ideas, and it should ask me which one I want to focus on. It's noting that theme is often abstract. Okay, so it says, which one of these big 4 would you like to do? I'm going to pick number 3, interleaving. So I've asked it to number the items, so it's really easy to pick. I'm just going to put number 3. It knows what I'm talking about. All right, so now it says when we teach concepts in blocks, it gives me a little bit of information about what interleaving is. Instead of having students practice finding themes in 3 poems in a row, create a slide deck where the source type changes with every single question. Why this works. Would you like to drill down into idea 2 and create a specific set of questions? Well, yes, I would. And now it's going to even give me some questions. Now, I don't have to use all the questions. I don't have to use any of the questions, but it might be, oh, that gives me an idea. I can do this instead. So the whole idea of a gem to help you with your 5 in 5 out retrieval practice, any of those big 4, is really just to get your ideas flowing. Whether you use them or not, doesn't matter. But hopefully it will help you get some ideas going. Now I'm going to say, I've tested this gem. It's working pretty good. It's working like I'd like. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Save. And I can either start chat or I can click to share it. And I'm going to come back to my gem page so you can see what that looks like now at the top here. Retrieval Practice Helper. A couple things that I can do. If I decide over time that this gem isn't quite working how I'd like, I can come in and I can edit it. So you can also share the gem. So if I click on share, I can pick who it's shared with. I can pick anyone with the link or Prairie Rose. And I can also make a copy. Now here you'll notice it says locate gem in Drive. This is kind of a new thing for gems, but gems now live within our Google Drive. And so in Google Drive, we have a folder called Gemini Gems. I've made mine blue so I could find it. And anytime that we make a gem, it has, look at a new little Google Drive symbol, and there's my retrieval practice helper. And you can see any files that I've added also go into that folder as well. And then I just want to make sure again that if I'm sharing them, that the whole folder is shared with anyone with a link or a specific person, so that when they get a copy of the gem, they also will get the files that are attached. A couple things about gems is that they're only available for adults in Gemini right now. There might come a time when our school district turns them on for students as well. However, you can share a gem with a student to use. So students can't create gems, but you can share them through Google Classroom. And I'd also like to bring your attention to a website that's super helpful. It's called edugems.ai. And this is a whole website full of gems made for education by an education technologist called Eric Kurtz. So you can see things from choice boards, lesson hooks, decodable texts, student games, 20 questions, some assessment, including an NWEA map analysis. So you can use that there. I will also put a Prairie Rose more specific map analysis gem to share with Prairie Rose people in the YouTube description. Your submission task for our AI Blitz for teaching staff, this could include EAs if you know about the 5-ins for your class. You are going to use the Retrieval Practice Buddy gem. You can find that linked in our Google Classroom or in the YouTube description to come up with some ideas for your 5-in, 5-outs and how to use some of the big 4 retrieval practice tools. And for other staff, you can use a pre-made gem from the Gemini section itself in gems, or you can even better go to edugems.ai, and there's an administration section, a whole bunch of sections, student games, that kind of thing. So you are going to run the gem. You can edit it if you would like, but you're going to screenshot parts of your response. Give me a couple different pieces of evidence that you have had a conversation with your gem and gotten some really helpful ideas for using this gem.